Scope creep is one of the most common reasons projects fall behind schedule, exceed budgets, and lose control. What makes it especially challenging is that it doesn't usually happen all at once. It develops gradually through small, seemingly reasonable additions that accumulate over time. In this short lesson, we'll break down what scope creep actually is, how it develops, and why it becomes such a problem in modern project environments. Scope creep is the expansion of work beyond the original objectives of a project. This often happens when additional tasks are introduced during execution without formal evaluation. Instead of being reviewed, approved, and planned, these changes are added informally. At first, each addition may seem small or manageable, but over time, these changes increase the overall workload and shift the project away from its original intent. Not all changes are bad. In fact, legitimate scope changes are a normal part of project delivery. The difference is structure. A proper scope change goes through evaluation, gets approved, and is documented and communicated to stakeholders. Scope creep, on the other hand, happens through informal agreements. Requests are accepted without review, and changes bypass project controls. That's what creates risk. Scope creep typically starts with small additions. A stakeholder asks for a minor feature. A team member adds an improvement that seems helpful. Additional requirements come up during testing. Suggestions are made during execution that feel reasonable in the moment. Individually, these changes don't seem significant, but together, they expand the project far beyond its original scope. As scope expands, the impact becomes more visible. Workload increases for the team, schedules begin to slip, resources become strained, coordination becomes more complex as dependencies grow. At the same time, predictability decreases. It becomes harder to estimate timelines, manage expectations, and maintain control over delivery. The real challenge with scope creep is that it often goes unnoticed while it's happening. Each individual change feels small, so it doesn't trigger concern. But as these changes accumulate, they begin to affect the entire project. This makes delivery outcomes harder to control. And by the time the impact is fully recognized, the project is already under pressure. The key takeaway is this: scope creep develops gradually through informal additions. It's not the result of one major change. It's the accumulation of many small ones. Structured control processes exist for a reason. They help ensure that changes are evaluated, approved, and managed effectively. Recognizing scope creep early gives project leaders the ability to maintain control and protect delivery outcomes. If you want structured training on this, you can find it at Harbor Systems Institute. The link is in the description. Harbor Systems Institute, project management training for real-world delivery.